Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about something different today. We're going to be talking about something, unfortunately, I have to talk about, and that is the hate that Seth Rollins is getting online. Obviously, the IWC is horrible. It's not a real place. I just cover news, generally. I like covering wrestling news. I like covering wrestling. And I like interacting with the people that don't have a brain AI computer generated brain chip up their ass. But now we're getting to the point where, if you guys remember, a couple days ago, Ryan Satin had an interview, or Ryan Satin just released an interview with Seth Rollins where he was talking about Roman, and all of a sudden Seth's getting mad hate, and I have no clue if these people are being serious or not, but some people are being serious, because Seth Rollins was trending once this week, or like once or twice, and I was expecting, compliments for Seth Rollins. But it was hate that Seth Rollins was getting. I have no idea how on earth we got to this point of how toxic people are, but I just want to cover in the video because, as you guys may know, Twitter is probably the worst place for the IWC. There are accounts on there that get so many likes and get so much publicity for absolute shitty takes that right off the top of your brain you know are bullshit. And one of these is Seth Rollins isn't a good world heavyweight champion. Seth Rollins is the world heavyweight championship. Seth Rollins is not making it prestigious, something like that. And I gotta say, why are these people allowed to have Twitter? Because I swear to God, thank God, I hope people realize that Twitter doesn't represent the actual... And now people could say, oh, it's just an opinion. But yet, the thing that pisses me off is that it's clearly wrong, and so many people are attaching to it. I don't understand. I don't understand it. And I'm so glad I'm not one of these accounts, because I would feel ashamed if I was one of these accounts. But going into account, Seth Rollins has been a fantastic world heavyweight champion. He's one of the very best in WWE, and he's one of the best modern day stars in WWE. That is for certain. Seth Rollins puts on natural bangers. He is great. His gimmick is great. And another thing that I just don't understand is, how can people say his gimmick is bad? Maybe, sure, it's annoying, but to say it's flat out bad is a flat out lie. It just is. Now, I don't understand where these people are coming from, but clearly his merch sales, his the crowd singing his song, the loud cheers he gets every week, even some baby faces that Seth Rollins interacts with, they don't get nearly the attention that Seth Rollins does. And yet they hate on him. The IWC, some people think that Seth Rollins is overrated. And those people just need their phones taken away from them. Maybe their parents need to take their phones away from them, I don't know. But Seth Rollins is fantastic. And like I said before, he is one of the very best talents in WWE. He is by far one of the best talents in WWE. And by far one of the best talents to rely on putting a great match together. Also, we have Roman Reigns, and let's talk about Roman Reigns real quick, because this has something to do with what I'm talking about with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has defended his title the same amount of times that Roman Reigns has defended it over the last 5 months, 6 months, and Seth Rollins won the World Heavyweight Championship just in May. And we're in July. Now, I know Roman Reigns is a busy man. Obviously, Roman Reigns has got one of the, probably debatably, the busiest schedule out of any current WWE star. But, I mean, sure, he's involved in a great storyline. But I'm not disagreeing with... I think Roman Reigns is great. I think Roman Reigns is a great champion. But to say that Seth Rollins isn't as good as Roman Reigns is a lie. It's just a lie. Seth Rollins is more than enough proven he's great. And it goes hand in hand. You get the attention that Roman Reigns does. He gets so much attention. But Seth Rollins gets the same amount of attention. He's just a babyface. Heck, if Seth Rollins changed, like, turned heel right now, he would easily be one of the top heels. So that's just how magical Seth Rollins is. And I've seen a thing where people call him a generational talent. I would hold off on that. I mean, obviously, I think Seth Rollins can get to that point. I don't think it's absolutely unreachable. But is Seth Rollins a top 5 superstar in WWE? Like in right now? I would say with that World Heavyweight Championship and everything, absolutely he is. And we're about to break down some of the bangers that Seth Rollins has had in a second. But obviously, people don't like the way Seth Rollins dresses. That's just going to be natural. But to say that Seth Rollins' gimmick is annoying, I get it. And I understand why people think it's annoying. People think he's just a choir and stuff. But that's just... But yet, I think the merch sales and everything else, it just speaks differently. It just does. And the build to Seth Rollins going after the World Heavyweight Championship was just beautiful. And, I mean, this guy, the crowd will not stop singing his song unless he turns heel or something. That is for damn sure. But you gotta understand that I know maybe I'm overreacting. The IWC doesn't make up the majority of the opinion. But I've seen some people, I've seen a lot of people everywhere just comment about Seth Rollins, you know, being annoying and stuff, and I just don't get it. So, let's talk about Seth Rollins' bangers to start off with. Let's start with one of my underrated bangers. Seth Rollins showed up in NXT and had one of the best NXT matches of the year with Bron Breakker. And people may think I'm exaggerating, but it actually was. It put Bron Breakker on a spotlight, which was obviously the goal here. And this match really just helped Bron Breakker. And the ratings were awesome. NXT drew its highest ratings of the year just by Seth Rollins walking onto that show and facing Bron Breakker for the World Heavyweight Championship. That is another thing. Seth Rollins can just want. Seth Rollins goes on NXT again. Goes on NXT maybe another time. Those probably are going to be the top 3 highest ratings for NXT of the year, and it doesn't. And he's not stealing the spotlight because Seth Rollins is just trying to elevate talent. Bron Breakker is a talent that's going to be main roster, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to be heavily pushed. And this match with Seth Rollins is evident that, you know, Bron Breakker is going to give people problems on the main roster. And I love this match. I thought this was one of the best matches. Obviously, I think there are better matches out there, but this was easily one of my favorite NXT matches of the year so far. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, Money in the Bank, another banger. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins never failed to deliver. It's a long-term rivalry thing that started all the way back at SummerSlam. But their match in London was pretty goddamn good, I'd say. I think the rivalry has been really good. It's a rivalry that I'm hooked with because I like long-term stuff. So this long-term Finn Balor and Seth Rollins rivalry really hooks me. And they're rumored to face at SummerSlam, so we already know another banger is going to be on the way. And like, how could you look at some of these matchups and think any hate of Seth Rollins? Now, people just want to be different. I just posted the tweet before recording this video. People want to be different, clearly. People can argue that it's their opinion, but, you know, they're haters. And let's look at another match. Seth Rollins and Damian Priest, World Heavyweight Championship. I was there in person, so I could tell you. Seth Rollins and Damian Priest was one of the best Raw matches this year. It put Priest on an elevated spotlight, which eventually, obviously Damian Priest won Money in the Bank, so Priest and Rollins will cross paths again. But this match was just so great. It was so awesome. And really elevated Priest. Priest was already to the point of being great because of his match with Bad Bunny. But this Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins was easily one of the best Raw matches. It was easily a PLE-worthy match. It was awesome to see live. And obviously, the match that Seth Rollins got to in the first place, the World Heavyweight Championship against AJ Styles, was one of the best matches from the show. Debatably, besides the main event, was the best match on the entire show, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, which we believe to be the case, but whatever. And Triple H, I mean, it's not that... I don't want to sound weird here, but it's not that hard to book Seth Rollins. He's just a superstar. Put him in any situation, the man is going to deliver. And Triple H knows this. and the genius of Triple H is Seth Rollins being wicked over. And I just wanted to go through some of this today because the hating on Seth Rollins doesn't make. Obviously, people are gonna have their thing. Obviously, Roman Reigns fans are gonna have their thing. But you know, to say things like this man isn't a great champion, this man is overrated, this man isn't this man isn't that. Just stop lying to yourself. Just stop lying to yourself. It just doesn't make sense. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I just wanted to give my opinions on this because I just wanted to tell you all, do not trust the IWC for opinions. Obviously, there are a lot of bright people out there. There are a lot of gracing people out there. They have great opinions. There are people that just don't have brain rot. They're really, really cool people. But don't listen to the people that say messed up shit, hate on wrestlers for no reason, try to be edgy. Don't listen to them. It's the IWC. They're gonna try to crank you up. Just admire just trust your gut. And I know many people's gut is that Seth Rollins is one of the very best in WWE, which he absolutely is. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about this video. Just wanted to address some of the hate that Seth Rollins has been getting because it has been very weird. And maybe that's just the Roman Reigns army coming after him after the comments he made, which obviously are part of a storyline, but people wouldn't get that either. But thank you guys for joining us, and I will see you guys in the next video.